Hideki Matsui signing autographs. We've got cloudy skies, but we are ready to play some baseball. Both teams took batting practice out of their field, and we're ready for the first pitch as the Tigers and Angels get ready to tangle in game number 3 of this 4-game series. Hi, everyone, from inside the Big A in Anaheim. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubiza. Glad you can join us here for Angels baseball. And it's been a lot of fun to watch this ball club over the last 5 games. A 5-game winning streak. And Gooby, they've done it with the pitching and some timely hitting.
Well, Victor, it's all been set that tone by that starting pitching. They've been unbelievable during this 5-game streak. 5-0 record, which early in the season there was some struggles amongst the starters. ERA barely over 1.2. That's domination. All of a sudden now the runs have been coming across. Nearly 5 runs a game. But the thing that really jumps out at me, the runners in scoring position, what they've been able to do with the batting average, the 265. Prior to that, they were in the 100s. They're seeing the ball, they're more confident, driving the ball the other way. Even with 2 outs, they're coming through with that key hit.
Well, one guy that's certainly doing it and been doing it for the last couple of days, even for about a week now, it's Howie Kendrick. He's doing it offensively. He's taking over on defense as well, playing good defense. But this is a guy that's setting the tone, especially in that bottom half of that offense.
And he's driving the ball well to left field. He's always been a guy identified to hit the ball at the middle, hit the ball to right center field, but we saw that 2-run shot he hit there in Toronto, and then, of course, last night, it's a fastball that was supposed to be on the outer half of the plate, right in the middle part. Instead of going to the middle, he turned on a double off the wall, coming through once again. Quick hands through the zone during this 5-game streak, hitting .444 with 7 RBI, playing some solid defense, and the ability to be able to steal some bags, too.
Well, the Angels turn the ball over to their ace, Jared Weaver, who's looking for his 3rd win of the season. Angels going for 6 in a row. We've got Tigers and the Halos. First pitch coming up right after this. Try Jack's new grilled sandwiches, the turkey bacon cheddar or the deli trio at participating restaurants. By your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. And by Time Warner Cable for your TV, internet, and phone services. See how much you'll save. Welcome back to the Big A in Anaheim. Angels and Tigers, game number 3. Ready for some baseball. We take a look at the starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Jim Leland running it out there this way. Austin Jackson leading things off. He's in center. Johnny Damon's out left. Magli Ordonez in right field. Miguel Cabrera, the cleanup man at first base. Carlos Guillen's got great numbers in his career against Jared Weird, 571. Don Kelly makes his first start of the series. He's over at third base. Alex Avila doing the catching as he did in game number 1. Ramon Santiago, the shortstop, and Scott Sizemore rounding out that starting 9. He is the second baseman. As we take a look at the Angels starting pitcher presented by your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Boy, Jared Weaver's been outstanding. Setting that tone as that number 1 pitcher in this staff. 2-0 mark with an ERA 2.84. Big thing you look at, 21 strikeouts in 19 innings pitched, only 3 walks.
Defensively for the Angels, as presented by Verizon, Rivera in left, Hunter in center, Brayu in right, Brandon Wood at third base, Ibar at short, Kendrick at second, Morales at first, and Mike Napoli doing the catching.
I just love what Kenny Morales has done at first base for the Halos. That play he made against Miguel Cabrera that first game might have saved the ball game. Turned that 3-6-3 double play well, covered a lot of ground at first base.
Jared Weaver has been nothing short of spectacular in his first 3 starts. A 2-0 record, a 2.84 ERA, 19 innings. He's allowed just 14 hits, 21 strikeouts, and 3 walks. That's been kind of the tone for Angel starting pitchers over the last week. Guys throwing a lot of strikes, not giving up the free bases as far as the walks are concerned, and really letting their defense do the work.
Good secondary pitches, too, along with those fastballs.
There's a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Austin Jackson, the rookie center fielder. Rough night at the plate last night, 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. That one just missing off. Jackson made some unbelievable catches. One going out toward right center field, the other coming in on a sinking liner.
He's got that great first step.
Swings through the fastball.
Well, the Angels pitchers that stayed on that outside corner against Austin Jackson seemed like he not make the adjustment, just open it up enough where he's missing that pitch.
Scott Kazmir got the start last night and the victory, his first of the year. 5 2/3, 2 runs. Jackson swings through the fastball. Down he goes. And there's out number 1.
Fastball. One on the outside corner. This time around down the middle part of the plate, but he was looking out. Good velocity at 93 for Jared Weaver. Yeah, if you see a hitter up there who's having a tough time with a fastball on a certain part of the plate, you got to stay there until he makes the adjustment.
Johnny Damon takes ball 1 outside. 292 on the year, 5 runs batted in. He's had a pretty good series through the first 2 games, 4 for 9. Johnny with a couple of doubles. Even threw out a base runner. Howie Kendrick trying to tag on a fly ball to left. Got thrown out at second base. A guy that, you know, especially over the last couple of years, has been somewhat suspect as far as the ability to throw out base runners. Inside, and Weaver's fallen behind at 3 balls and a strike.
First off-speed pitch that Jared has thrown so far in this game amongst his 9 pitches. Damon, very good eye at the plate, too.
Damon puts one out into right center field, and that is a 1-out base hit.
One thing, Johnny Damon, you know, he has the power, hits some home runs, but he gets more of those flares into the outfield because that long swing, he prefers the ball in the inner half. Long swing, one hands it out, still so strong. Exactly centered up, but found the right spot. As you see that smile saying he's got an 8-game hit streak.
Yes, he does. He's on board. 1 away for Magli Ordonez. The Tiger right fielder, a .316 average, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in, 3 for 8 in the series with a couple of runs scored.
And a circus catch out in right field. And the ball driven well by Brandon Wood. We talked about it last night about how much better he looks. Working out, healthy. Mind is clear and swinging the bat well for the Tigers. Quick throw to first base.
The thing with Jared, because of that deceptive delivery, turns his back a little bit longer than a plate, but he does have a very quick pickoff move.
Ordonez a little bit late. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the skipper of the Tigers, Jim Leyland. His 5th year at the helm of Detroit.
Done a great job. Remember when he took over, the team lost well over 100 games.
Ordonez on the ground to second. Should be 2, 4, 6, and 3. Double play. Jared Weaver does a nice job picking up a strikeout. Angels coming up in the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first inning, we take a look at the batting order for the Angels, presented by Time Warner Cable. Eric Ibar leading things off at shortstop. Bobby Abreu in right. Torrey Hunter in center. Hideki Matsui the DH. Career numbers against Jeremy Bonderman, very good. 500, 12 for 24. Morales at first. Rivera in left. Kendrick at second. Mike Napoli doing the catching. And Brandon Wood back in the lineup. He is the starting third baseman as we take a look at the big right-hander in Jeremy Bonderman.
1-1 mark so far, high ERA. He's still making that adjustment coming back from not pitching last season after having surgery. Still has a good fastball, 88 to 92. Cuts the fastball also. Slider, changeup, and will throw a split finger fastball.
Tigers starting pitcher presented by AT&T. Zybar shows bunt, takes low, and there is ball 1. Eric just 1 for 8 in the series. Had a double last night, taking that average down to 273. There's 3 doubles on the year. He lays off the high fastball. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Bonderman has made 2 starts this year, 9 innings, 10 hits, 9 strikeouts, 6 walks, and an ERA of 9. That's outside. And it's quickly 3-0.
I think with Bonderman already this season in 9 innings pitched, 6 walks. So command has been an issue for him.
3-0. There's a strike. Still just 27 years of age is Jeremy Bonderman, native of Washington State. A 60 and 68 career mark. And a 482 earned run average. 3-1 inside, and the Angels get their leadoff man on board. Take a look at the Tigers defensively, presented by California Jeep Dealers. Damon, Jackson, Ordonez from left to right on the infield. Don Kelly getting the start at third base. Santiago, the shortstop. Sizemore back in second with Cabrera at first. Alex Avila doing the catching.
Boy, Austin Jackson, who plays a shallow center field, has the ability to go back on the baseball, but also very good at charging. Very quick on that first step. Reads the baseball exceptionally well.
Really robbing Juan Rivera of extra bases and an RBI last night late in the game as Bobby takes outside.
I didn't think he had a chance on that one.
No.
Fearless going towards the wall.
Abreu takes a strike. The Angels haven't run a whole lot on the season, just 10 stolen bases. Ibar has 1. We've seen a little bit more aggressive base running over the last week. Perhaps maybe just a matter of circumstance, and it coincides with 5-game winning streak. But of course, the pitching and the starting pitching, really, to be exact, has been phenomenal, setting the tone. There goes Ibar, and the 1-1 pitch is a strike. The throw down from Avila, not in time. Second stolen base of the year for Ibar.
A good pitch to go on a curveball by Bonderman. Avila was quick on the catch and throw, but it was the pitch itself. That's why he was able to steal second base. Pick the right spot. Good jump. Straight steal for Eric Ibar. Easily getting into scoring position. Howard's replay shows that it was a curveball. Not only a curveball, but off the plate. Difficult pitch for a catcher to catch and throw and make that proper throw to second base.
The 1-2. Bobby hits a base hit to left field. Ibar's going to be waved home. Damon tested early. It is 1-0 Angels.
Bobby Abreu, another good swing. Off-speed pitch, split finger fastball. Stayed with it. Eric Ibar right away picking up Dino Evil. No hesitation at all by Dino, sending Ibar home on Johnny Damon.
Bobby picking up his 9th RBI. Nice job by Ibar in drawing that walk. Then stealing second base, putting himself in the scoring position as Torrey Hunter steps up. And the Angels, even though they've won the first 2 games of the series, really have not done that well with men in scoring position. Just 3 for 17 prior to that at bat by Abreu.
Bonderman about 1.28 to 1.30 as far as quickness to the plate. Not average as far as speed to the plate for Bonderman. He does have a quick move. Pretty athletic fielding pitcher.
Bobby last night picking up career stolen base number 350. He's got 2 bags on the year as Bonderman flips over there. Abreu now the only active player with at least 350 stolen bases and 250 home runs. He's got 258 to be exact. Just the 6th man all time. Torrey swings it, grounds one sharply to Kelly. Feeds Sizemore for 1. Relay on the first is in time. It's a double play. So the base is clear now. 2 outs for Hideki Matsui.
Hit well by Troy, but right at Kelly. Some good feed over to Sizemore. Good turn by the Tigers. The adjustment the Tigers have made last year, their fielding and their ability to cover ground was in question. That probably cost them the division last year. They sorted up this season with some more athletic position players who can cover the ground.
Hideki takes a fastball for a strike. Mentioned that career batting average against Jeremy Bonderman, 500, including 3 home runs. There are a couple of guys in this lineup for the Angels that have good numbers in their career. Against Bonderman, who once his rookie campaign lost 19 games. The old adage, you got to be pretty good to lose 19 games, meaning you're running them out there every 5th day.
Which means also you're in late in the games too, because a lot of decisions are made at 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Two one. Caught the outside corner, at least according to Dale Scott. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's more about four-seam fastball. Start on the outside corner. Gets it at 90 miles an hour.
Hold foul. Heads up, Alfredo. A chilly night here at the Big A. Alfredo had the stocking cap during batting practice as the sun was trying to peek out. Eric Ibar had him on as well.
We were joking with some people with Detroit, saying it was warmer there in Detroit than it is here.
That's down low, and it's a full count. Good thing thus far, just like it was last night, we had that rain early on. Game, no problem whatsoever. Hopefully tonight, same thing, but the rain kind of holds off, get this ball game in.
Fans dressed the proper way. These warm jackets.
That's in tight. There's ball 4. Second walk issued by Bonderman here in the first. Another base runner for the Halos. 2 outs and brings up Kendry Morales. Kendry's batting average at .255, 3 for 6 in this series. A 3-hit game last night, 3 for 4. And as Kazmir picked up the win for the Angels, Rick Porcello, the youngster, took the loss for Detroit. His record of 1-1. Kazmir also now at 1-1. Those 2 runs that were charged to him coming in that 6th inning. Property hit left on base. Morales takes up and away. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I talked to Mike Butcher about the stuff that Scott Kazmir had last night, because there were some times when he threw a fastball by hitters, they looked like they didn't see it well. He said he has a good late life on the fastball, particularly when it was elevated at that 90-91 range.
Two and 1 now. As you pointed out last night, too, that over the head wind up kind of sped up his momentum a little bit. The tempo was upbeat.
And I always believe by doing that motion with your hands over your head, you have a better chance to get a little more velocity on the fastball, because you're going forward as you land with all your body behind you.
Breaking pitch on the outside corner evens the count.
When you see guys that do go through the windup, they don't go over their head, it's more of a situation where you have to have a strong arm going through, but when you go over your head with your glove, you have a chance to use your legs more often. That's one guy right there will use all his body to deliver the baseball. And he threw very well game 1, Dontrell did.
He did, as Morales skies one into right field. Forget about it. A Cuban missile from Kendry. 3-0 Halos.
Kendry doesn't waste any time running around the bases himself when he covers the ball like that. No doubters. We're talking about perfect weight shift. Be able to get it underneath a good part of the baseball and gone right off the get-go. He knew he got it. Way back to the old bullpen.
That's right. Back where the old batting cages used to be. Juan Rivera takes a strike. Morales picking up his 4th home run. RBIs 7 and 8. That's the first home run Bonderman has allowed this season. Breaking pitch down and away. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, we talked about it when the Angels were struggling. And we saw a lot of base runners courtesy of the base on balls. That just happened right now to Jeremy Bonderman. A 2-out walk to Hideki Matsui, extending the inning. The Angels taking advantage of it.
We also saw at the beginning part of the season the Angels were consistently falling behind 2-3-0 because the base on ball, not the aggressive pitching, making mistakes, the home run ball against them. Now it's the reversal.
The 1-2. Oh, he got him in tight, blocked him up. There's out number 3. But the Angels score 3 in the bottom of the first inning. The capper, the 2-run bomb off the bat of Kendra Morales. Halos up 3-0. Angels baseball brought to you by Verizon, the network with the most 3G coverage, and by Jeep. I live, I ride, I am Jeep. Top of the second. See the rain coming down here. We look at Kendra Morales, proud owner of that 2-run home run as everyone starts scampering toward the exits and/or starts putting on their rain gear here. The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, that home run was hit so high and far by Kendra Morales, it brought rain.
Oh, rainmaker, huh?
It's crushed.
Cabrera takes a strike, and it's 2-1. Cabrera 364, 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Off to a tremendous start for the Tigers. Detroit comes into this one with an even 500 record, a 7-7 mark, and they're on an 11-game road trip that takes them out west. Beginning in Oakland, they come here for 4, then they go against the Rangers for 4. Back-to-back 4-game series. You don't see that too often.
That's pretty amazing when you think about it. 2 4-game series on a road trip. East Coast team at Western time zone.
Shattered and grounded to third. There's out number 1. That is getting in someone's kitchen right there.
And someone who hit the fastball also. Good movement. And as a picture here, when you see the rain coming down, there's a couple thoughts go through your mind. One, you want to make sure you work quickly. You have a lead like this, you want to have that shutdown inning, but also you want to make sure you be able to get 5 innings to make it an official game, even though it's early. You see that movement on that fastball. And also the grip. You see Jarrett rubbing the baseball there. At times, you know, the ball could slip out of your hand if there's enough rain going. So you're going to go back to that rosin bag quite often.
Here's Carlos Guillen, the DH, swinging at the first pitch and fouling it off. Jared's the man that got things going for the Angels that Friday game in Toronto. We could talk about Yoel Pinheiro maybe perhaps starting to set the tone in Wednesday's game against the Yankees last week, but Weaver took the ball after losing 2 or 3 to New York. Pitch into the 8th inning as that one's pulled right to Kendry. There's out number 2. That was a 13 strikeout performance by Jared Weaver against the Blue Jays on Friday night.
Piñeiro's been so good. So I think what he does, just like sometimes when even Mark Teixeira came over in that deal a couple years ago, and then we saw it last year with Bobby Abreu, the hitters become more patient, see a lot of pitches. Well, all the pitchers are watching what Piñeiro's been doing as far as throwing that first pitch for a strike, how effective that could be.
Slow breaking pitches in there to Don Kelly.
He's so good, fielding his position well, attacking his own with a fastball.
Yoel taking the opener on Monday, going 7 1/3, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 9 hits allowed. It did not have his best stuff, at least comparably speaking to what we saw in the Bronx back on last Wednesday. 0-2 to Kelly, in tight.
I love the adjustments he made, too. He didn't have a great sinker going early. Then he started throwing his curveball, his changeup, and his split. And then he found that sinker back later in the game. No walks. Again. Back-to-back games.
Well, talking to a couple of the broadcasters for the Tigers, they were mentioning Piñeiro. Actually, they were asking about Weaver. And I said, well, Jared and Yoel were messing around in spring training. Piñeiro trying to teach Weaver the little sinking fastball. And they all said, really? I mean, Piñeiro had good stuff the other night. I had to say, that's nothing compared to what he had in New York, as that one is skied out to right center field. Abreu is there. And Jared Weaver with the proverbial shutdown inning. 1, 2, 3 go down. The Tigers, Angels still up 3-0.
Gotta like, all dressed up, looking good.
You got to bust out the face paint.
Well, biggest game of the year tonight.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Bottom of the second, Angels up 3-0. Howie Kendrick leads things off. Halo sending up Kendrick, Napoli, Wood. That's 7, 8, and 9. Here against Bonderman, who gave up 3 runs in the first inning. Walked 2 and struck out 1.
Pretty good number 7 hitter, don't you think?
Absolutely. And he has been locked in since coming back up from the minor league assignment last year. Carried it over into spring training.
I think you notice that at Howie's, even in the beginning part of the season, just more patient at the plate. Not swinging at pitchers' pitches, getting himself out. Himself in better fastball spots. I think Mickey says it best. I mean, he could preach it, talk about it, but it's his peers, like the Bobby Abreu and people like that, that as a young player you see and watch them emulate as far as seeing a lot of pitches that speak volume.
Now one jumped up on Kelly. High throw, and Kendrick is retired for out number 1. Well, before the game, we caught up with Howie Kendrick and talked to him about how and why he is going so well right now.
I feel pretty good, just trying to stay at an even keel. I mean, every day is a new day, and you just try to forget about the day before, and I just go up to the plate and just try to relax and get the job done.
Hard hit ground ball to third base. Out number one to start to second. Brings up Mike Napoli.
I think as a hitter, you just got to trust your hands. You try to think along with a pitcher. That's how you get yourself out. You see the ball, react, get yourself in good position, keep your balance and your mechanics there. You have a better chance of squaring up that baseball.
And you wonder how much, you know, there's expectations with every young player, especially that's touted coming up through the minor leagues, that's put up great numbers to come to the big leagues. I remember years ago, obviously Brandon Wood's been highly touted for the last couple of years, but when Howie came up, everyone said, this guy's got batting title waiting for him down the road. Multiple batting titles. That's how good his approach is to play. To try to live up to those expectations.
Put a lot of pressure on yourself. You try to carry a club instead of just going to simplify it. It's another word that Mickey Hatcher always say, to simplify the game. Let the game come to you.
This one up the line. That's a foul ball.
That was pretty close. I sung it right away on that call.
Mike at least getting a chance to stretch out the legs. The wind sprints down to first base. Especially on a cool night like this. Always thought the catchers had the advantage nights like this because always active, wearing the gear. Work up a good lather behind the dish. Breaking ball got him looking. 2 outs. Now to bring up Brandon Wood. Hey, attention fans, great news. A limited amount of tickets for the U2 concert at Angel Stadium have just been released. Tickets are available for either the Sunday, June 6th or Monday, June 7th shows. Visit Ticketmaster.com to purchase your U2 tickets today.
It's a pretty solid concert.
Absolutely. We've got some solid baseball to be following on those days out on the road.
Well, maybe a couple of our friends will tape it for us.
Bootleg?
No, never.
No, never. Brandon Wood, an even 100 mark, looking for that first extra base hit. He thought he had it the other night. 4th inning shot to right field that had Magli Ordonez twisted like a pretzel. And Mag still able to come up with it. Make a terrific catch to end the inning.
That ball was crushed by Brandon. Maglio, much better condition this year, looks healthier, and a solid outfield. Himself in great shape. The knees are better.
Brandon goes down swinging as Jeremy Bonderman settles down and retires the Angels in order. In the second, 2 complete. Halo's still up. Top of the third, Angels up by the score of 3-0. And Jared Weaver will face the bottom third here for the Tigers. Avila, Santiago, and Sizemore. 4 in a row retired by Jared since the little bloop single off the bat of Johnny Damon. Delivers strike one. Alex Avila getting the start in place of Gerald Laird. Avila got the start on Monday. Laird having to deal with a little stiff back. Back in there tonight. That pitch is in tight.
He's the one that line drive up the middle of Pinheiro made a great play on, got a double play.
Went 0 for 4 in that game. Laird hit the ball hard yesterday and had nothing to show for it, as Avila is a little bit late on that fastball. So Jared up at 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is skied out to left center field. Torrey Hunter tracking it down for out number 1. Time now for the Chrysler League leaders. As we take a look at some of the longest current Major League Baseball win streaks going into today. Angels, Yankees, and Padres at 5.
I thought the Padres would be in first place early in a season like this.
Some would have said, considering how they played the second half last year, you better watch out for those guys. Some pretty good arms. The question was whether or not offensively they did be able to kind of repeat and continue that momentum that they started last year. The better they play, less chance there is that Adrian Gonzalez gets traded.
It's true. I mean, they've pitched well. Their bullpen's solid. Their outfield defense, athletic, covered a lot of ground at Petco.
1 ball, 1 strike on Ramon Santiago. Pinstripers, of course, will be here. Defending world champions starting on Friday.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. New York Highlanders rolling into town.
There they are.
Yeah. Two-1. Fouled straight back. There's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Juan Rivera very shallow out in left field.
What Jared did there, a 2-1 pitch, challenged him with a fastball.
Inside, he lost him. 1 out walk. Brings up Scott Sizemore, the rookie second baseman. He had the night off last night as well.
Always a possibility of a hit and run or a straight steal here for the Tigers.
They haven't run a whole lot this year. 3 stolen bases. We thought for sure with last night's game see some action on the base paths, especially with that guy, Ramon Santiago, coming in for Adam Everett late. Jim Leyland very happy with his ball club. Yeah, of course, doesn't like the outcome, taking a loss, second straight against the Angels. But considering the way that game started, the Angels up 6-0, and all of a sudden you get your ball club to battle back in the 6th and the 7th to kind of make it interesting. Got to applaud the effort. That ball is sky to left. On Rivera is there. Santiago's thinking about tagging, and he'll stay. Good throw by Juan Rivera, 2 outs.
I'm sure he just checked with the scouting report on that arm of Juan Rivera. You're not going to take a chance on that. Himself in good throwing position also, and strong throw once again. The key is for an outfielder is get back on it and catch it on your throwing side so you can make that strong throw into a base.
Juan showing no ill effects after being drilled in the right rib cage area in last night's game. Pick off the tap. Oh, almost got it.
He was definitely leaning. The thought process there with Austin Jackson, their leadoff hitter, up with 2 outs, try to get in scoring position. Even if he gets thrown out, he'll lead off the next inning. Very close. Barely got his hand in. Very quick. Quick footwork.
Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Jackson was a strikeout victim in the first, so he's 0 for 1. That's one of the concerns for the young man. Strikeout totals that he has had. Good a start to a rookie campaign as he's had as well, leading all major league rookies in hits. Jackson now with 21 strikeouts in his 59 at-bats. One ball, 2 strikes.
It's when you've been beaten by some good fastballs, all of a sudden you're trying to speed up the bat, and then you drop a curveball on him way out in front.
That swing right there reminds you of Marcus Thames a little bit, especially with a high finish.
Especially because he's trying to make that. Marcus had a tough time with breaking pitches from right-handed pitchers also. You can see how he was just trying to speed up that bat to catch up with the good fastball.
Two balls, 2 strikes now on Jackson. Throw over to first. Santiago is back. The Tigers have hit for average this year, 275 batting average, second best in the American League. The power has yet to come around. Just 8 home runs as a ball club. Conversely, the Halos have 14. Check that, 15 now. That ball just a little bit late arriving. Some good moves over to first base by Jared Weaver.
Kendry sells it pretty well too. Flying the tag. Think you good look to the umpire, thinking he got him. Trying to sell it.
There goes Santiago. The pitch is inside. A throw down from Napoli. Not in time. First stolen base of the year for Santiago.
Fortunately for Howie there at second base, that was a pretty high slide too by Santiago with his cleats up. Really got jammed and he went right in there with the cleats.
Almost a late slide. Not a bad throw from Napoli.
No. Quick.
Here's the 3-2. Jackson fouling it back. Mentioned the Angels have struggled with men in scoring position this series, yet have won the first 2 games. The Tigers as well have struggled. Just 3 for 18. Coming in a 167 average. Johnny Damon on deck. He has the lone hit so far for Detroit. Check swing, he went around. Yes, he did, says Jerry Meals. Down goes Jackson. There's out number 3. Middle of the 3rd. Halos up 3-0. Talking with Jared Weaver. We start the bottom of the third. Angels up by the score of 3-0. What would your guess be?
Well, I'm thinking the fact had to do something with the running game there. Mike Scioscia's all about trying to negate the running game, slow down that process. The move's been perfect for Weaver. I don't know how much quicker you can be to the plate in that spot. But at 6'7", you got a lot of movement before you deliver the baseball.
Sure.
I don't think you're going to try to give up your deceptive delivery just to be quick to the plate. A lot of great pitches over the times have not been particularly quick to the plate, and still in the Hall of Fame.
Ibar rolling that one just foul up the first base line. And I guess there are circumstances where maybe it changes. If you maybe have less than 2 outs and you've got a Magglio Ordonez or Miguel Cabrera at the plate, I can understand where you really concentrate on negating that running game. You got a guy in Austin Jackson who's susceptible to the strikeout with 2 outs. As Ibar drops one up the third base side, Bonderman throws to first, not in time. Infield single for Eric Ibar.
So good with that bunt. Squared it around, level bat, dead to baseball. Perfect bunt. That's a nice play by Bonderman too. That's about as good as you can do. Ibar, perfect spot and speed down the line.
I know we talked about it during that opening homestand, how left-handed batters nowadays drop that left foot behind the plate. That's where Ibar's was. I guess that's how they call it nowadays. We might actually have to go down and talk to the umpires about a ruling on that.
Well, only when they were doing it, the other team.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the only time I'd bring it up from a negative standpoint. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, you can see where the foot is right here. There's supposed to be the batter's box right here. It's right at home plate right now. That's technically supposed to be standing at the plate. That should be an out. It's supposed to stay in the batter's box.
Perfectly executed like Eric Ibar. And if you're going to do it, that's textbook.
That was textbook. Alfredo Griffin definitely works with him as far as that bunt technique. Alfredo was very good in his playing days as far as getting down the bunt.
Ibar, the leadoff man of the first inning, drew a walk, stole a base, and scored a run. Abreu had an RBI single. That pitch is up high.
Well, you see that slide step by Bonderman there. Because of that quick delivery, he elevated the fastball. So you give away velocity and location when you're trying to be so quick to the plate and elevate a pitch like that. Before you know it's 5-0. So you got to pick your spots. Really important if you're going to slide step to have that little bit of a hip turn.
There it is again. Especially when you're trying to throw a breaking ball, that much more difficult.
You see the slide step there just going forward. You're basically just falling forward. You're quicker. You can see how the arm moved it through. They just bend the back, the elbows drop it, elevated pitch.
Still a big believer. If the guy has troubles, or his mechanics get a little out of whack with the slide step, I'd rather him not do the slide step and just vary the looks, throws over to first base, and try to freeze things at first base. There goes Ibar again. Abreu rolls this one to second. There's out number one as Ibar puts himself into scoring position. One away now brings up to 100. Want to remind you, the New York Yankees will invade the Big A for an exciting 3-game series beginning this Friday through Sunday. This will be the Yankees' only visit to the Big A during the 2010 season. Guarantee your seats for this exciting matchup by purchasing tickets at angelsbaseball.com or the Angel Stadium ticket window.
Payback time. Pitching both sides. It's always fun when the Yankees come into town.
A.J. Burnett, Andy Pettit, Javi Vasquez going for the Yankees. We did not see A.J. Burnett or CeCe Sabathia in that series in New York.
Andy Pettit's been throwing the ball very well this early part of the year for the Yankees.
The Yankees have won 5 in a row going into tonight. A 10-3 record overall. Tops in the American League East. Someone got crossed up there. That's that reverse cross-up we were talking about when you're anticipating a breaking pitch as a catch and all of a sudden you get a fastball right in your chest.
That's what you don't want. He's thinking breaking pitch. He wants the target on the outside. That's a fastball job by Avila to even catch that one. Saw that a number of times already this season. Some issues with the catchers, pitchers, as far as what pitch they want to throw.
Going with touches and signs, and then now back to the touches, and now back to the signs, just to make sure. 2-0 to Torrey. Right down the pipe. It's 2-1.
Touches generally are going to be location of the pitch. Unless you can't pick up the signs at all. That time we saw, Jorge Posada painting his fingernails in New York. You do that on occasion. You put the tape on your fingers sometimes.
Breaking ball almost gets him. 3 balls and 1 strike. Torrey's 0 for 1. Rolled into a 5-4-3 twin killing in the first. Hideki Matsui on deck. Pickoff attempted second. Nothing happening. (3-1). Torrey fouls that one straight back.
Sizemore's trying to keep Ibar close to second. Goes Eric Ibar will steal third. Keep stepping back. It's that turnaround by Bonderman to play pitch before to keep Ibar from getting too far out.
Payoff. Torrey fouls this one to the right. You got a double error from the upper deck down to the club level, down to the lower level. Let's go, people. I know it's cold. But sometimes you got to squeeze it with both hands. Torrey skying one out to center. Not hit very deep.
Hanging breaking pitch, and Torrey just got underneath. A couple good swings at the pitch before that, too. Foul, a fastball straight back.
So again, with 2 outs, Hideki Matsui steps to the plate. Similar situation in which he drew the walk, kind of kept the inning alive for Kendry Morales, who hit a 2-run home run in the first.
Open base also against a guy that's hit 500 against you, including 3 home runs.
(1-0). Out to shallow center field. Here comes Austin Jackson. Makes the grab for the 3rd out. Nothing happening for the Angels. Jeremy Bonderman settling down since that first inning. We've played 3 from the Big A. Fourth inning, Angels up by the score of 3-0. And boy, I tell you what, the kind folks here at Aramark that run the concessions at the Big A, dropping off some unbelievable tuna. I wish we weren't in the middle of a game right now, because I'd be sucking down some tuna here at the Big A.
I don't blame you. Looks really good.
It does. This is just some of the great things that they have here at the Big A. We're going to be obviously showing you some stuff throughout the rest of the homestand, especially when the Yankees are in town this weekend.
Got to.
Defending world champions. Maybe we'll share some with John Sterling and Susan Waldman and Michael Kay. An entire Yankee big league broadcasting crew.
We've got definitely with John Sterling for sure.
You think so?
Yes.
Always dapper, that John Sterling. Dressed to the nines, if you will. Damon Ordonez Cabrera against Jared Weaver. He's got a couple of strikeouts, 1 walk. Johnny had a single in his first at-bat. Grounds one over to Kendra Morales. There's out number 1.
Good pitch by Jared Weaver. Slow curveball. Johnny couldn't keep his hands back far enough. They rolled over that ground ball to first base. That's the thing with Jared. He's able to throw his fastball, his curveball at a slow speed, 71 miles an hour. Going to get a lot of hitters out in front and roll over those ground balls. It gets easy outs.
Magli Ordonez at the plate, 0 for 1 with a double play ball in the first.
When you could be a pitcher on the mound and throw that much of a difference in speed from 71 up to 92 miles an hour, get so many easy outs.
You see those type of swings too.
So far he's thrown a 93 mile an hour fastball and a 70 mile an hour curveball. 23 mile an hour differential. And for a hitter, it's all about timing. If you have a guy throwing a hard slider, a hard fastball, they can time that. But when it's a slow curveball up there, it does a lot to the hands of a hitter. As you can see right there.
Yeah. Without question.
Right inside, 90 miles an hour. Now, as a hitter, you're not supposed to go up or look for a curveball or a changeup. You're supposed to adjust with the fastball. But the reality is, if you could do that, throw that for a strike, that slow secondary pitch, you can get some bad swings at fastballs.
Well, he popped him up. Ibar with the call. There are 2 outs. Angel fans, groups of 25 or more can enjoy an exciting night of Angels baseball for as low as $6 per seat. Be part of the fan experience that was voted #1 in all of sports. Book your group outing today by calling 888-796-HALO or by visiting angelsbaseball.com/groups. Fans sitting at home see 90 miles an hour and say, wow, really? That's it? 90 miles an hour? I mean, it sounds like a lot. But in today's game, all of a sudden you see a guy like Magli Ordonez late on a 90-mile-an-hour pitch. That just tells you how good the off-speed stuff has been. Or at least it's implanted in the mind as that pitch is pulled down a left field line, and that is foul.
We're talking about quick hands. Get back to that point about changing speeds and eye levels. No way the guy can't center out. If you're a hitter, you're centering a spot. A guy stays fastball, slider on the outside part of the plate. They can look out over the plate. We saw that in New York against Scott Kazmir. That's when he made the adjustment last night. The fastball is in, elevate the fastball, was successful with that. Now we're going right back in with a fastball. See if he can turn on it again or swing and miss.
He jams him, loops it over to Howie Kendrick. There's out number 3, pardon me. Kendrick Morales leading things off when we come back at the bottom of the 4th with the Angels up 3-0. by AT&T. Find out more of what's possible at AT&T.com. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far. The Big A and Anaheim Angels up 3-0. 3 runs in that bottom of the first inning. An RBI single by Bobby Abreu and a 2-run home run off the bat of this guy, Kendry Morales, to make it 3-0. His 4th home run of the year, so he is 1 for 1. RBIs 7 and 8. We'll take a fastball just below the knees for ball 1.
Boy, a pitch down in the strike zone, but did not miss that in the spot where lefties love that pitch. Down and in and golfed it out.
Good hitters counted. 2 balls and no strikes. Looping this one out to shallow left. Johnny Damon, a little bit of a late jump, makes the catch for the first out. So 1 out brings up Juan Rivera. Take a look at the Vegas.com out-of-town scoreboard. Royals beat the Blue Jays in 10 innings. That was Greinke and Markham in that matchup. Twins shutting out Cleveland. Boston beating Texas at 12. Yankees leading Oakland 2-0. Baltimore leading Seattle 1-0. And Tampa Bay shutting out the Chicago White Sox.
Tampa Bay scoring a ton of runs early this year, and the Red Sox, who have been struggling offensively, come through the day.
One is rolled foul. In Chicago, Ozzie Guillen's ready to start fighting everybody.
I'm sure he's going to have some good comments pretty shortly.
Well, he's already, he's not worried about it. If they want to attack him, he says, that's fine if he's not doing his job. But team's not hitting. They've got a very good pitching staff, at least on paper. Everyone talks about how good their staff is, both in rotation and their bullpen, but the offense just hasn't been there for the White Sox.
A different type of offense for the White Sox. In the past, they score runs predicated with the home run. Now they manufacture runs. You can't steal first.
Chicago 5-9 going into tonight. As Rivera lines one. Nice play by Don Kelly to his left. 2 outs.
Well, that's about as good as it gets. I watched Brendan Inns make that play so often. He wanted to do the same. Ball was scolded. Brendan Inns looking down at his fellow third baseman. And that's how I do it. That's a great play and get up. Strong throw to get Juan Rivera.
So 2 outs, nobody on as Howie Kendrick takes ball 1. Bonderman quietly has retired 9 out of the last 10 batters he has faced. Kendrick fouls that one back.
That's a nice swing. Even though it's fouled straight back by Howie, he was on that baseball. See how that approach go right up the middle with that pitch in the outer half.
Told before the game, Bonderman throwing that split-fingered fastball, trying to change things up for himself.
Tough pitch to command, though, in the strike zone.
Now one hit into right field. Ordonez to his left. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. 4 completes. Angels still leading the Tigers by the score of 3-0. Nothing. Yada, yada, yada. The Summer of George. All the best episodes of Seinfeld continue this week at 10. And make sure to catch the Soup Nazi on Friday. Seinfeld every weeknight at 10 right here on My 13.
Any chance we can hear you say yada, yada, yada again?
Yada, yada, yada. The Yankees are rolling into town for the weekend series.
And George, what if he still works for the Yankees?
I think Costanza is still hiding underneath his desk. Yes, as the assistant traveling secretary. You know, somehow, I think if you worked in baseball's front office, you would be Costanza.
There's a good chance of that.
Guillen, Kelly, and Avila. Brandon Wood, a long run into foul ground, makes the catch. Guillen's retired for out number 1. I think the kind folks at Aramark may have put something in a spicy tuna.
Very good.
Yeah, you've got the giggles today.
I do. Well, the yada, yada, yada got me. One of the best shows ever on TV.
That's what they say.
Oh, what do you? I'm sure you don't watch TV, right?
No, I'm too locked into baseball, man. 24/7, 365. Oh, wait, I'm with the Angels now. One team all the time.
Don't blame you.
Don Kelly takes inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
I think I noticed that Jared had not that many changeup. That was a changeup off the inside corner as he got underneath that pitch. Again, when you have 4 quality pitches, there's going to be games in which you don't have one pitch working for you. But to have that ability to have 3 other ones you can work with. The curveball's been very good. His slider, he's thrown a few tonight, but his fastball's been good. Getting some easy outs with the curveball.
Out to center field. Torrey got a good break on this one. Pulls up, and that one is over the fence. A home run for Don Kelly. A solo job. Tigers get on the board. What a surprise, just like Weaver is, that ball got out. It's 3-1 Angels.
And that's the opposite way in a cold night. I mean, that got out quick. 5th home run allowed in the season by Jared Weaver. 88-mile-an-hour fastball off the outside part of the plate. And he's thinking, okay, one hop the wall, but not over the wall.
Avila takes outside. See the wind kind of swirling. It's kind of died down since the beginning of the game, actually. Avila takes outside. There's 2 balls and no strikes. A solo home run for Don Kelly. That's his first major league home run.
Pretty impressive. Opposite field.
Cued foul. It's 2 balls and a strike. At least out there by the rock pile, they'll be able to get that baseball and retrieve it for him.
Tell your grandkids down the road, you hit that home run off of Jared Weaver, your first career home run. That's impressive.
2-1.
So there was a changeup too for Jared. Still doesn't quite have that feel for that pitch. It's been arguably one of his best pitches throughout this season. See if they'll come right back with it again. He wants a fastball on the outside corner. Gets it.
And he got him on the outside corner. Dale Scott runs up Alex Avila, and there's out number 2. 3rd strikeout of the night for Weaver to go with 1 walk.
Well, that's almost unfair. We talked about the speed differential. 80-mile-an-hour changeup, come back with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, paint the corners.
4 2/3, a couple of hits. Just carrying over what he's done in his first 3 starts. Santiago puts one into left field for a base hit. Santiago had drawn that walk and stole a base in the third inning. Now gets a 2-out single. Brings up Scott Sizemore.
And Juan Rivera was playing shallow and left, but that baseball was well placed. At the end of the bat, flared it in left field. There's nothing Juan could do.
Sizemore's 0 for 1 with a fly ball out in the third. A highly talented rookie after being the 5th round pick for the Tigers in 2006. Tigers allowing Placido Polanco to depart, leave Detroit, go to Philadelphia to make room for Sizemore. Takes a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 17 home runs last year between Erie and Toledo, AA and AAA. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
See if he can expand the strike zone here. Throw him a break a pitch in the dirt. See if he get the youngster to swing and miss.
And that one is looped into shallow right for a base hit. Santiago will stop at second. Good pitch, good location. Sizemore gets the flare for the single. Back-to-back hits with 2 outs, and here comes Austin Jackson.
A little different look, drop down. When you do that, though, the fastball, which was starting on the outside part of the plate, ran back in enough. But Sizemore was able to fight that one off into the outfield for a flare hit. Doesn't seem like Jared, I mean, granted the numbers are still solid. It's not quite as comfortable today on the mound, but that's what good pitchers do. When they don't have their best stuff necessarily, they make quality pitches to avoid big inning situations. So a big batter here for Jared.
Jackson in this ball game 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Good speed on the base paths with Santiago at second. Sizemore over at first. 3-1 Angel lead here in the 5th. Good off-speed pitch. Locked him up, and it's no balls, 2 strikes.
Now that was a great changeup. Stayed within his mechanics, got on top of that pitch. You have a good circle changeup, and it ends up looking like a screwball if you stay on top of the baseball.
Oh, 2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield playing somewhat shallow with the speed on the bases right now. Count is evened up. Torrey, a couple of steps towards right center field. Abreu very shallow and right. And 2-2. Upstairs, full count.
Yeah, you can just notice Jared is fighting it a bit. Change up there, elevated. Very good hitter on deck, and Johnny Damon. So we've seen that Austin Jackson's susceptible to the fastball on the outer half.
Runners will be off at the pitch. Just got a piece of it.
Well, he went out with that fastball to the outside corner. 92. His fastball's been pretty good. His secondary pitches been difficult for Jared so far, but still solid 4 2/3 at this point.
The clean-shaven Mike Richard. Runners go again, the 3-2. Now straight back. We saw this last night, too, late in the game. Jackson in the 8th inning. Didn't amount to anything as far as the Tigers were concerned, but with the 3-2 count, with 8, 9, 10 pitch at bat. It's Kevin Jepson, picked up a single with a stolen base, but Jepson closed the door in that 8th inning. Breaking ball. Did not go, and it's ball 4. So they're loaded up now for Johnny Damon.
Mike Butcher going to go out and talk to Weaver just about staying within his mechanics now. You can see forcing it through the all-speed pitches. Again, on a changeup, you got to trust the grip. On the curveball, that's where you really got to maintain your balance as far as mechanics.
Hey fans, if you enjoy watching Torrey Hunter make incredible catches every game for the Angels, now you can catch him. All fans in attendance tomorrow will receive a free Torrey Hunter Gold Glove figurine, courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. Tickets for this game now available for 50% off in select seating areas when using the password ANGELS at angelsbaseball.com or the Angels Stadium ticket window. .25 pitches for Jared Weaver in this inning as Johnny Damon takes a breaking ball for a strike. Santiago at third, Sizemore at second, Jackson at first. Burner's on the bases right now. And a burner himself, the veteran Johnny Damon. 0-1. Damon 1 for 2 with a single in the first. He rolled out to Morales in the fourth. That one's pulled foul. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Saw a curveball, back-to-back changeups. Trying to find that feel of that pitch. That's some great numbers with the bases loaded too for Johnny Damon. 6 grand slams.
Coming inside and got him looking on the inside corner. Down goes Damon. Jared Weaver gives up the home run to Don Kelly. It's the middle of the 5th as Damon and Dale Scott go at it. He gone. 3-1 Angels.
Pretty good pitch by Jared Weaver. Execution. Johnny didn't like it. He was looking out over the plate. Got hung up. That 2-seam fastball, run it back in the inside corner, got that spot. Hey, if you've been around the strike zone a lot, you're going to get that borderline pitch, and that was a situation for Jared Weaver. Johnny Damon did a little line by the plate. That's an automatic toss out when you start doing that. showing up the umpire.
Mike Napoli leads things off, fouling off that pitch. Ryan Rayburn takes over in left field as Johnny Damon was ejected from the ball game.
Well, that was some kind of pitch, though, by Jarrett. Even though it might have been off the inside corner, still, Johnny, great numbers with the bases loaded. Gets through it, Jarrett did.
Napoli, hard hit, but right to Kelly at third. High throw, and it sails Cabrera. Napoli stays at first base. Should be an E5 as that was airmailed. The Angels get their leadoff man on board. Kelly charged with the error.
Sometimes you see that out of your third baseman. They have too much time. Take a couple steps. And then when they land wrong, that's when you see that elevated throw to first base. But when he's had to come up quickly after a great play in the field, he's had that strong arm and been consistent with the throw, but too much time.
Brandon, a strikeout victim in the second, one of 3 punch-outs for Bonderman. 0 for 1. We saw Brandon making some strides in the last couple of games in Toronto, carrying it over into Monday night's game. Chasing that breaking pitch, and 4 balls, 2 strikes.
When your confidence in there as a young hitter, you're starting to go up there guessing location and what pitch it's going to be. You just got to sit there and trust your hands. We talked about with Matsui, how he trusts his hands. Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, those guys, they trust their hands going through the zone. Can't guess and just anticipate where the location is going to be.
Out to right center field, towering shot. Austin Jackson is there and make the catch. Napoli's tagging from first, heading to second. So he'll take advantage of a drive off the bat of Brandon Wood. There's out number 1.
Nice adjustment, though, by Brandon after a couple tough swings at a fastball in and a slider off the outside corner. Much better approach. Napoli, solid job, realizing that they will try to take advantage on Austin Jackson. He covers a lot of ground in the outfield that was deep to right center. They will try to get that extra base.
Here's Ibar, the man in scoring position. Eric has walked, stolen a base, scored a run. He's also picked up a single.
Great was that to see Torrey coming up to Brandon Wood after that. Say, yes, that's what we want. Trust your hands through the zone, drive the ball. Don't worry about just putting the ball in play or if you're going to strike out.
Going to appeal at first base. Napoli did not leave early. Weird to see Bonderman jog the ball over halfway to first base.
You want to appeal, you're going to step off and throw over right away.
Nice for the Angels to bounce back, get that run that the Tigers put on the board in the top half of the inning. They're good at doing that lately.
Kelly hit that one out to left center field, giving the Halos an opportunity to get that run back. Would have missed, throw the first.
They're just getting a piece of that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. That hit for Ibar in the third inning, a beautiful bunt on the third base side. But Bonderman fielded, could not throw out the Angels shortstop.
18 bunt hits last year, Ibar did. It's that baseball.
That pitch is up and away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. It is, after all, his bobblehead tonight.
On base twice.
It's mandatory to have a good game, right?
There's no doubt about that. It's written in his locker before the game. have a good game. It's your bobblehead night.
That is some serious motivation to get up for a game. 2-1. He fouls that one off. Dale Scott, the home plate umpire. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. See, and we'll continue to run that, even though tonight, as you see in the side back there, is his bobblehead night. Even in September, that will not get old.
And he was in agreement with us, saying, yes, he will have a good game tonight.
Bonderman at 77 pitches tonight. 45 has gone for strikes. Taking a long time here. Finally settles on one. Pickoff attempt at second base. Napoli back in. Jamming that leg right into the bag.
A couple base runners sliding late into that second base bag.
They still do that sliding practice in spring training?
Yes, they do. Even the pitchers are involved in that because of interleague play. At base, there's no give.
Ibar stays within his strike zone, does not chase, and it's a full count.
And that late slide. Always got to be careful with ankles. And that base that late. Santiago did it when he was stealing a base himself.
Payoff pitch. Ibar pulling it foul. The Angels have managed just 3 hits in this one against Bonderman, 2 of which came in the first. The RBI single by Abreu, the 2-run home run by Kendry Morales, and then the bunt single by Ibar. You see the pitch count on the Tigers starter. Bonderman with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Both of those walks coming in the first.
Both scored. He had to just throw strikes.
All right, he got him on the off-speed pitch. There's out number 2. So an RBI opportunity now for Bobby Abreu with 2 outs, and Napoli still at second. Bobby with a single in the first, rolled into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning, so 1 for 2 evening. 9 runs batted in for the Angel right fielder. Mentioned in his first at bat that picked up his 350th stolen base of his career last night, including some very elite company. Tremendously talented players on that list. We'll show it to you in just a second. Takes inside, 2-0. Henderson, Joe Morgan. I'm sorry, Reds advisor Joe Morgan now, also Hall of Famer.
Don't forget that.
No, Barry and Bobby Bonds, Craig Biggio, and now Bobby Abreu.
Great names.
Joe Morgan, if you haven't heard, signed on back with the Big Red Machine, Cincinnati Reds, as an advisor. 3 balls and no strikes now. I love the reaction after the stolen base.
Fist pump for Bobby, the elite company. Anytime you're mentioned with all-time greats, it's going to make you feel good as a player. It's consistency throughout your career. That will be hacking here if he gets a fastball 3-0.
Caught the outside corner.
No sense of swinging at that pitch, too. If it's going to be an outside corner, you're going to get the same exact pitch 3-1 as you would 3-0. But if it's down the middle part, you're going to be hacking.
He had that pitch in that first inning, and he put it out into left field, picking up the RBI. It's Corey waiting on deck. Matsui, the team leader in RBIs with 10. That one is a strike at the knees. Bobby doesn't like the call.
Look at our Fox track, see if that did catch. Corner, down at the knees. It's a strike. An opportunity to swing and drive in a run here.
So full count now, 2 outs. Bonham just taking forever to get the sign from Avila.
Rule of thumb is you slow down the game, defenders more apt not to make that spectacular play because they're on their heels.
And the 3-2. Abreu bounces one over to second. Sizemore's got it. There's out number 3. Nothing happening for the Angels here in the 5th. 5 complete. Angels still up 3-1. One, of course, be excited. The Angels are up trying to extend that winning streak. As we take a look at the Dodge Ram out of town scoreboard, the National League, San Diego extending their winning streak now to 6 games. The Cubs up in the Mets. Washington beat the Rockies. The Dodgers all over the Reds. Milwaukee shutting out Pittsburgh. Houston beat Florida. Philadelphia shutting out Atlanta. And St. Louis leading Arizona. That game in the 8th, 4-2.
How about the Nationals? One game over 500. Roy Halladay for the Phillies. 4-0.
He's pretty good, that Roy Halladay.
You think?
Yeah. And there's a possibility he wins 35 games this year. He could be that good.
He gets 35 starts.
Ordonez out to center field. Torrey's got it. Here's out number 1. How much has that National League Cy Young changed now as far as the award? As good as Tim Lincecum has been over the last couple of years, all the young pitchers, Tommy Hansons of the world, Carpenter, Wainwright. How much has that changed with Roy Halladay in the National League?
Roy Halladay is in his own company. He's elite. Lincecum's very good himself. But Roy Halladay not only has the good stuff, and he pitches, when you talk about pitching east to west, he cuts the fastball, sinks the fastball, but he's a great competitor. I'll never forget what Jerry Weaver and John Lackey told me last year going into Toronto. They couldn't wait to watch him pitch, even though it was against his teammates. He's that good. As a pitcher, an opponent, you watch him, you learn a lot also.
Cabrera fouling off the 0-2 on speed pitch. Bar none, the best pitcher in the game today.
No question. Does he have the best stuff? Probably not. But he's the best pitcher.
Off speed out to right center field. Abreu at the wall. This is off the wall. Cabrera in at second with a 1-out double.
That's unbelievable power. I mean, I can't believe how that baseball carried. We talked about it during batting practice today, how the wind was blowing out the right. It was going to carry pretty good. I mean, that's a changeup, so he's generating all the power himself. I mean, it looked like Bobby was just coasting underneath to make the play. That went at 3/4 of the way up the wall.
Cabrera picking up his 6th double of the year. Puts himself in the scoring position for Carlos Guillen, the DH. Jared, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Currently at 95 pitches. The Angels today activating Brian Fuentes off the disabled list. Francisco Rodriguez sent back down. A little depth as far as veteran depth. Closer is back. Fernando Rodney slides back to that 8th inning role. He's been so good stepping in for the injured Fuentes.
He's allowed 1 base runner in the 5 save opportunities. Fuentes led the major leagues in saves last season. It's a great combination for Mike Scioscia.
Guillen lays off, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Good off speed again. The changeup's been there. He's
made the adjustment with it. Yeah. Early in the game was getting underneath it, elevating that changeup. Now staying on top. You saw Mike Butcher talking to him a number of times in between innings. Clearly it's been the secondary pitches have been the issue for Jarrett, but getting back to those mechanics, allowing the arm to get through and work downhill, hit your spots.
Two. Just missed in, full count. Jason Bolger's up and loosening. First man up for Mike Scioscia. This one fouled right back into Napoli. The end keeps the at-bat going.
Boy, a fastball in. Napoli setting up at the inside corner. Now that's straight back into the mask. That's why pitchers always have to take care of their catchers after the game. Buy them dinner.
Something other than the 99-cent menu, right?
Well, it all depends.
Breaking ball is pulled foul, wide at first. Don Kelly on deck. He homered off Weaver in the 5th inning. On the ground on the right side. Kendrick can't get it. Cabrera's being waved around. The throw from Abreu is not in time. RBI single for Carlos Guillen makes it 3-2 Angels.
Well, out in front, Guillen, but still strong enough to hit that ball between second and first for a base hit and an RBI. Off speed, just up enough to fight that through for a base hit.
Guillen picking up his 6th RBI of the season. He's at first for Don Kelly, the third baseman. 1 for 2 with that home run, his first major league home run.
Well, with the pitch count for Jared tonight, the bullpen's going to be at the big part of his chance to keep this winning streak together for Mike Scioscia.
Trying to go back with the changeup, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's that little drop of the elbow, the pitching arm, Jared tonight, elevating some of those changeups. Some have been solid, some have been a little bit too high for him.
Kelly got into 31 games with the Tigers last year, hit .250. Getting the start at the hot corner in place of Brandon Inch tonight. Quick throw to first. Yen goes back in standing up and just ahead of the tag.
When you think of Yen not being a stolen base threat with those knees he's had, some surgeries, doesn't run quite as well anymore, but they're the guys you can pick off as a pitcher, the not so great base runners, because they're just trying to get as far out as they can. Most times you don't pay attention to them, but a quick move can get them.
1-1, pulled right to Morales. It's a double play. Or they can't get back to the bag on a line shot to first.
Exactly.
Yeah, good call. Way to draw it up, Doobie. Tigers get a run. Middle of the 6th inning. Angels still lead at 3-2.
Ram Trucks, award-winning Ram trucks plus a new heavy duty, making one of the most powerful lineups in Ram history. And by Howard's, official superstores of Angels baseball.
Angels still up by the score of 3-2 as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. Victor Rojas along with Mark Stubas on a very chilly night here in Southern California. How about this play? Good way to end the inning.
Quick as a cat. Perfect. The old Adam ball for a double play.
Kendry will be coming up, batting third here in the 6th inning. Hunter, Matsui, and Kendry will face Jeremy Bonderman, who's really settled down nicely since that struggle in the 1st inning. Comebacker off of Bonderman, misplays it, and the Angels take their leadoff man on board for the 2nd consecutive inning on an error.
They're the toughest ground balls to field as a pitcher. You expect something hit hard back up the middle, but that ball at the end of the bat kind of skewing at you, not able to make the play. And Bonderman, generally a pretty good fielding pitcher, just took his eye off. It was too routine for him.
Jim Leyland's going to come out and pay a visit. Conversation with his young right-hander.
See, those type of plays, though, when you're a young pitcher, you make a mistake like that, all of a sudden you get mad and lose your focus and make a bad pitch, the very next pitch. That's why Jim Leyland went out there to talk to him.
Frustrating part that he made the quality pitch, got the ball off the end of the bat, the miss hits that pitchers love so much, thinking you've got yourself the first out of the inning. All of a sudden there's a man on, and you've got the cleanup man and Hideki Matsui up.
And a guy that hits you very well also.
Matsui a walk and a fly ball to center field. That was shot foul just below that press box.
Mike DiGiovanni almost made a play down there.
Almost. We saw Bill Plunkett almost make a play last night. Eddie Bonine's up and loosening. We saw him last night. Check that on Monday night. It's 2 innings. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned the Angels have managed just 3 hits against Bonderman. Their batting average coming into this one at .259, 5th in the American League. Staying away from him. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, able going through the signs. Torrey, there's a possibility. He likes to guess along with the pitcher. Thinking maybe he's not paying attention to him. Try to steal a bag, but of course 2-1 count. Pretty good fastball count for Matsui.
And again, going back outside with that fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's not a bad idea the way the baseball's carrying the right field.
You've talked about it a number of times about pitching to the big side of the diamond, big side of the field, away from trouble if the ball's carrying out the right field. Pitch away from that.
That's sort of establish off the plate in, but stay away. Make him hit it to that left center field if you're a left-handed batter.
Quick throw over to first base. Torrey's back safely. There goes Hunter. That is popped up and out of play. Boy, if Hideki Matsui takes that pitch, you're not sure if it's going to be a call strike 3, but Torrey Hunter was standing on second base.
Like I said, he's guessing along with the pitcher. Bonderman didn't pay attention to him. A couple throws over before that. Boy, I didn't even know he was going. That's when somebody's got to communicate also. All you got to do is step off. Matsui knew it, but you know, you can't take that chance with 2 strikes on you.
2 strikes, got to protect. Another 2-2. That's popped up. Avila, the catcher, is there. There's out number 1. So Torrey remains at first base, brings up Kendry Morales. Got Dillon now 0 for 2. That long and run scored.
Bonderman's done a nice job against Matsui tonight, coming in 500 career batting average with 3 home runs, but staying away, throwing all speed pitches.
Kendry also 1 for 2. His 4th home run. A 2-run shot in the first inning. A fly ball to left in the 4th. Tigers paying very close attention to Torrey Hunter at first base. Torrey's got 1 stolen base on the year. He's been caught once. The Angels already have 1 in this game. Came back in the first inning. That's when Ibar swiped his 2nd of the season.
Torrey, a pretty good base runner, but not necessarily a threat every time on the base. He tries to pick his spots as far as stealing a bag.
There's not been 1 slide step in which Jeremy Bonderman, I believe, has thrown a strike.
I mean, he's done a good job as far as throwing over the Torrey Hunter. And he's the first base there to keep him close. You don't need to throw the slide step at that point. Really putting on his signs.
Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Bonderman at 95 pitches now, 55 of which have gone for strikes. Three balls and no strikes. And again, still going with that slide step.
Especially on the 2-0 count, on the fastball count. And that's the pitch. If you get that in the middle part of the plate, that ball's going to be crushed again. Now, Kendry's a guy that likes that 3-0 fastball. He will go for it if it's in his spot, middle in.
Just got the corner. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Juan Rivera is on deck. There goes Torrey. That pitch is popped up to center field. 2 outs.
Again, Torrey's picking a spot there where he assumes that Bonderman's not going to pay attention to him. That's why he saw him going 3-1.
And Torrey's still on at first base.
Done a lot of running and diving back to the base.
No doubt. The 6th inning, very reminiscent of what happened in the 5th for the Angels when Napoli reached on the error by the third baseman Kelly. And Bonderman sat Wood, Ibar, and Abreu down with Napoli in scoring position. Torrey's yet to get to scoring position, but there are 2 outs now. Juan's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground ball out. There goes Torrey. The throw to second base was in time, but it kind of spun Sizemore around. That's a stolen base for Torrey Hunter.
Well, it was a tough throw when you throw that low. Bonderman did step off this time. What you got to do is step up, pick up your infield, and make the throw. It was a low throw, and Torrey ends up getting a stolen base. Again, picking his spots. Low throw. Good call at second base, too. Never made the tag. Good call by Mark Wegner at second base. A lot of times when the baseball beats the runner there, to call you out.
And you wonder how gun-shy Sizemore is at second base after fracturing that foot and having to have surgery in the Arizona Fall League prior to the season. And trying to stay in a play such as that.
And a tough throw.
Absolutely. He almost kind of hung him out to dry as Rivera lays off the breaking pitch.
It's almost like in football, a wide receiver catching a pass right over the middle when you got a linebacker waiting in your position.
Sizemore suffering that fractured fibula in the Fall League. The 1-0. One ball, 1 strike. 100 pitches now for the Tiger right-hander. Eddie Bonine's ready to go in the bullpen for Detroit.
Likely last batter for Bonderman. Either way. Still having a difficult time with the signs.
Anything out in the outfield should score. Torrey. He's got a huge lead at second. Rivera breaks his bat, rolls a foul, 1-2.
Clearly the book on Juan Rivera for Tigers pitchers is to pitch him inside, even off the plate inside.
Bonderman ahead of the count. There's Torrey at second base. And the 1-2. You mentioned Juan Rivera being susceptible to that inside part of the plate. We go back to last night. The pitch had hit him. Well, Juan is a guy that likes to open up, anticipating that pitch on the inside part of the plate. That's what happened last night. Obviously stayed in the game and is all right for today.
At the ribs with that running fastball by Porcello. And he likes to pitch out over the plate, extend the arms. Like most power hitters do, they don't like that fastball in, particularly in off the plate. They've been staying in there consistently throughout the series so far.
That's the pitch that got Rivera in the first inning on the strikeout. That fastball in. 2-2. Outside, full count. Good battle here by Juan to work the count to 4. The 3-2 on the ground foul. Watch out in the dugout.
Ricochets.
Yeah, it's one of those that doesn't matter how much netting or how high that wall is up in front of the dugout. It gets in there, it's like a pinball game. Jet swing. He went around. Jerry Meals, the first base umpire, rings him up. 6 complete for the Big A. Angels still lead it. Angels up 3-2. Bottom third due up for the Tigers. Jared Weaver back out on the mound. 105 pitches so far. Good changeup there to get ahead of Alex Avila for strike one. Avila, Santiago, and Sizemore, the scheduled 3 batters.
So she's shown a lot of confidence in Jared Weaver sending him back out. Last year with 4 complete games.
He's been consistent as far as his pitch count is concerned. Every inning, with the exception of that 5th, in which he threw 29. It backs up the changeup with another one. And it is 0-2.
A lot of strikes. 71 strikes at that 107 pitches for Jared. Now Avila's got to be thinking the lines. Change up, elevated a fastball. He's got to think change up again. And he'll get it.
And he got him. Down goes Avila for the second time tonight. Fifth strikeout now for Weaver. One out brings up Ramon Santiago.
Well, that's a perfect pitch, too. Stay with his mechanics. Stayed on top of that circle changeup at 78. Taking the outside corner.
Brings up Ramon Santiago, getting the start at shortstop tonight for Adam Everett. Santiago has walked and stolen a base. He's also singled. That one in the dirt.
And Jared, always known as a fly ball type pitcher. When occasionally he'll get some ground balls and some key ones. 4 ground ball outs, 10 fly outs, 5 punch outs. Again, maybe not his best stuff of the season so far, but he's made some great adjustments.
Gets Santiago to chase that high fastball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Action going in the Tiger bullpen. Ryan Perry is up and loosening. 23-year-old right-hander. The 1-2. Changeup on the ground to second. 2 outs. Hey fans, Kaiser Permanente Family Sundays at Angel Stadium are the perfect way to spend time with your family on the weekend. Free activities for kids include a wide variety of games and arts and crafts. The next Family Sunday takes place this Sunday as the Angels wrap up that 3-game series against the New York Yankees. Get your tickets at angelsbaseball.com.
Couple day games this weekend against the hated ones.
Sizemore, big swing and a miss. It is 0-1. How big would it be for Jared Weaver to finish off this ball game with a 1-2-3 inning? Breaking pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-2.
Well, he's had his best changeup, his best curveball, and his best slider of the game in the 7th inning here.
Trying to match his season high 7 innings. The 0-2. Fastball missed inside, not by much. Good sequence as it had 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think the only reason why that wasn't a called strike possibly because Napoli was sitting on the outside corner and ended up running down the middle.
Off speed, foul tip and hung on to by Napoli. 7 strong for the Angel 8th. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. Jared Weaver does a great job as he pumps the glove. He's got a lead of 3-2. Butcher, Mike Sosa, very happy with the effort of their ace right-hander. 6 hits, 2 runs. And what a way to finish things off. A 1-2-3 seventh inning, including a couple of strikeouts.
And you can emphasize the word ace. Let's get here into that spring training. Gamers are very solid 1 through 5, but there's not a number 1. That's the number 1 right there. But you have, go through the course of the game in 6 innings, pretty good stuff, but then have your best stuff in the 7th inning when the club needs you. That's an ace.
4 straight quality starts for Jared Weaver. In line to pick up his 3rd win. Tigers, on the other hand, are taking Jeremy Bonderman out of the game. He limited the Angels to 3 hits and 3 runs in his 6th inning, striking out 5 and walking 2. He settled down nicely after that 1st inning. See if the Angels can start to get some insurance here against right-hander Eddie Bonine, whom they saw for 2 innings in Monday night's game.
Not an overpowering fastball, gets some sink action, 87-91. Slider, changeup, and a knuckleball.
There's that knuck piece on occasion. Fastball ripped to the center field, hanging up for Austin Jackson. There's out number 1.
What you feel about that is well hit. Great first step by Jackson in center field once again.
That ball got out in a hurry.
Well, that's a great swing. Bobby Kendrick centered that baseball, line drive, center field. Unfortunately, was hit at Austin Jackson.
Here's Mike Napoli. Mike's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Reached on an error.
And Mike Napoli with that great opposite field power where the ball is carrying out the right center field. Nice elevated fastball and do some damage.
Mike takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now. Even on a cool night, 35,279 in the house. Had some rain. 2nd inning, but kind of held off.
This is April, right? It's not supposed to rain anymore out here.
That's what they say. That's what they told me before I moved out here.
What's that say about you?
Yeah, well, I brought it with me. 2-2 on its way. And that is ripped into center field, and Jackson to his left this time. 2 outs.
He doesn't make that play unless he plays a shallow center field. That ball was scalded by Napoli. Most times against Mike Napoli, you're going to play deep. Austin Jackson believes in his ability to go back on a baseball. That's why you take away some of those singles by playing a shallow center field.
Well, here's Brandon Wood. He's 0 for 2. A strikeout in the 2nd and a deep fly ball in the 5th to right center field. I say he gets that first home run, first extra base hit right here. Might as well. I'm throwing it out there.
I like it.
On the ground is short. Bonine with a 1-2-3 inning. At least I took a stab at it. 7 in the books. Angels still lead the Tigers 3-2. Takes over. 6th game now. A 10.80 ERA. He's got 5 innings under his belt. He did a nice job last night in a third of an inning.
I think the key for Jason Bulger is to have confidence in the fastball. You don't have to start that fastball on the outside corner because with that movement, it's going to be a ball. Start middle down, and trust the movement.
Last 6 games for the starters, a 1.43 ERA, 3 walks in 44 innings of action.
11-to-1 ratio as far as strikeouts to walk. Generally 2-to-1's pretty good. 11-to-1's unheard of. It's a great staff, 1 through 5.
One, 2, and 3 due up for the Tigers. Austin Jackson, Ryan Rayburn, who took over for the ejected Johnny Damon. And then Maglio Ordonez trying to get through this 8th inning. Bulger delivers a strike. And should we get through this 8th inning to set up a save opportunity, I would imagine we would see Brian Fuentes just activated off the DL this afternoon. Good off-speed pitch, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Great mechanics on that one for Jason Bulger. Didn't fall off too far to the first base side. Got on top of that breaking pitch and snapped off that slider.
Jackson tonight, 2 strikeouts and a walk, so he's 0 for 2. The Tigers have managed 6 hits in this one. Lays off that one. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's Brian Fuentes.
Starting to stretch.
That's right, Fuentes. We're watching you. He was peeking. Yes, he did. Had to have. Yes, he did, says Jerry Meals. Down goes Jackson. There's out number 1.
Jerry Meals is good. He doesn't even wait for the up to look down at him.
I love it. We all look down. He's already got the arm out of the holster, ringing him up. There's out number 1. Ryan Rayburn in his first at-bat tonight. 200 average, 1 for 4 in the series. A triple. Rayburn got the start last night at second base for Sizemore. He'll take a breaking ball inside. Rayburn in the game because back in the 5th inning, Johnny Damon took a called strike 3 and argued with Dale Scott.
When you draw the line where the strike zone is, you're going to be ejected.
Not once, twice. And that ball is hit well to left field. Rivera got spun around a little bit, but is there to make the catch.
Just enough off the end of the bat. Wanted to be able to recover and make the play.
So 2 outs. Here comes Maglio Ordonez. Maglio 0 for 3. A double play ball, a pop-up, and a fly ball to center. That ball is drilled out to right center field. Torrey Hunter to his left, cuts in front of Bobby Abreu, and makes the running grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jason Bulger and the Angels. To the bottom of the 8th. Halo's still up. Terrific defense.
There's some gold. 9-time Gold Glover covers the Browns.
Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. And buy Time Warner Cable for your TV, internet, and phone services. See how much you'll save. Angels up by the score of 3-2 as we take a look at the Jack in the Box game summary. The Halos with a 3-run first inning. Kendra Morales a 2-run jack off Jeremy Bonderman. Jared Weaver 7 innings, 6 hits, another quality start for him. He's had 4 on the season. The Angels, of course, the current 5-game winning streak. A win tonight makes it 6, of course. Moves them to 9-7 on the year, and even 500 on the road. At home, I should say. They were 4-2 on the road. This after starting at 2-5 on that opening week homestand. As Jim Leyland has brought in his new left-hander Phil Koch, acquired this offseason, part of that Curtis Granderson, Austin Jackson trade, coming over from the New York Yankees.
Already his 8th game this will be now, with a good ERA working for him. Fastball, very good. His number 1 pitch to fastball. 89-93, a pretty good power arm for the left side. So we'll throw a curveball and a slider.
There's a talk during spring training, too, that perhaps Phil Koch's got the ability to be a starter at some point. Thought about using him that way. Opted not to, using him out of the pen, at least for now. Torrey Hunter is the third man up against Phil Koch here in the 8th inning. A terrific running catch by the Angels center fielder for the 1-2-3 top of the inning. Bunting is Eric Ibar, but he puts it right back toward the mound. There's out number 1.
You saw how Torrey Hunter talking to Ron Renicky about that play. Good position to be able to cut that one across and get through that inning. That good jump. You saw that wind carrying the ball so well, but Renicky had Hunter in that proper position to be able to make that play, get through the inning.
Bobby Abreu is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Fastball from Phil Koch is in there. Koch, a 27-year-old left-hander from Sonora, California. Last year with the Yankees, pitching in 72 games, a 4-3 mark and a 4.50 ERA. Bobby takes a strike. It's quickly 0-2 as Brian Fuentes is up and loosening. Nando chilling out of the bullpen, literally and figuratively.
He did a great job filling in for Fuentes in that closer role.
0-2. Abreu fouls that one off.
Never a bad idea to get a run or two across to get a little insurance. We're in the bottom of the 8th. A little breathing room.
Oh, 2. Breaking ball locked him up. There's out number 2. Tough pitch for a left-handed batter. And that is right in a big breaking ball.
82 miles an hour after a good fastball to pitch before. Have to respect the fastball. Most lefties don't have that type of velocity out of the bullpen too often to go along with a curveball like that.
Brings up Torrey, who is 0 for 3. He's picked up a stolen base. Looking ahead to the top of the 9th inning for the Tigers. Fuentes coming on. Ryan would face Cabrera, Guillen, and Kelly, the scheduled 3. Story shoots out and foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brian Fuentes on the disabled list with that mid-back strain. Torrey gets jammed. And a 1-2 count on Hunter. Breaking ball missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tried to bring that around the outside corner with that slider.
And you can see that some of the stuff that Phil Coke can bring at times, why you'd be thinking about perhaps using him as a starter. Torrey drills with the right field. That ball is smoked. Short hops the fence and right. Torrey on his way to second, in there with a double.
Well, the only unfortunate thing for Torrey didn't get any lift on that one. That was a rocket. It's the right center field wall.
7th double of the year for Torrey Hunter. Puts himself in a scoring position.
Torrey's so good with the fastball up, out over the plate. When he saw that right away, that Ordonez played that well off the wall, he had to turn it on to get into second base. Big opportunity for the Halos to get another run across here. No insurance.
The battle of former teammates, Koch and Matsui. Hideki is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. In tight. Big insurance run sitting at second base right now. The Angels tonight just 1 for 6 with men in scoring position. That hit by Torrey, just the 4th on the night for the Halos.
He's won that first game of the series with his 4 hits.
The first hit since the 3rd inning. Up high.
You see that he's going to show a fastball. He's throwing 2 breaking pitches. The first 2 pitches, elevate a fastball to give him a different look. He'll try to get Matsui out with a breaking ball. Hopefully he wants to throw in the outside corner.
Koch exceptionally does well against left-handed batters throughout his career. 197 batting average against lefties. 6 home runs allowed in his career. And that is drilled into the alley in left center field. Austin Jackson makes the running catch for out number 3. Nothing happening for the Angels. We are through 8. Mike Scioscia turning the ball over to Bryant Fuentes. He's got a save on the year. Looking for the second one. The Angels up. Brian Fuentes. Fresh off the disabled list comes on. See the numbers last year. 1-5 mark at 3.93 ERA, 48 saves, best in baseball. In 55 opportunities, he's got one save already this year.
Very deceptive delivery, short arms it. 88 to 91 on the fastball. Sweeping slider, very good changeup.
Brian's only appearance this year back on opening night against the Minnesota Twins. 1 inning, 1 strikeout, 10 pitches. And that's what the Angels are looking for. Fernando Rodney, the owner of 5 saves, while Fuentes was on the disabled list, watching on. 4, 5, and 6. Cabrera, Guillen, Kelly here in the 9th for the Tigers. First pitch breaking ball is low. Cabrera's 1 for 3. And a double off the wall in right field in the 6th inning. Came around to score on the single by Guillen. And fastball in tight. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Cabrera 2 for 4 against Fuentes with 1 strikeout.
Big swing there and a miss, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Brian last year with that terrific season. The second left-hander in history to have 30 save season in both leagues. Cabrera fouls that one off to the right. It's 2-2. The other being Randy Myers.
He hides the baseball very well. Hitters get a good look out of the hand when he delivers that baseball. Key for Fuentes, though, throwing strikes.
Brian made 1 rehab appearance. That was on Monday in Rancho Cucamonga. 1 inning, 1 strikeout. 2-2 to Cabrera. Tied him up nicely, but fouls that one back. Cabrera with a big strike zone, good extension, could drive the ball to all fields. You got to be careful anywhere. Saw it in the 6th inning against Weaver, hitting that double that was up and away out to right field.
The one pitch we've seen throughout the series so far that he is susceptible is a high fastball, changing the eye level. He has such quick hands. He can hit the ball inside. He's obviously can hit the ball on the outside part of the plate. Changeups are pretty good on him too, but the elevated fastball above the letters, he will chase.
Off speed, he held up. It's a full count. Carlos Guillen, the DH, on deck. 3-2. That is skied to left. We are tied at 3.
And the more pitches Cabrera was going to see it. Advantage shifted to him. Tried to get him to swing at a breaking pitch in the dirt. He had to go after him with that 3-2 fastball. He was a no-doubter. So about right down the heart of the plate.
Fourth home run of the year for Cabrera, picking up his 18th RBI. Guillen steps in. Foul that one off to the right. Switch hitting DH. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. From the Marlins teammates, Dontrell Willis and Miguel Cabrera. Here's the 0-1. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. kind of boils back to having some insurance runs. The Angels having some opportunities, getting some men on and in scoring position, unable to capitalize. That off speed is way outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
In that changeup, the feel for that pitch for Fuentes. A slide out of his hand.
Three balls and a strike. You'll see a pinch hitter in Brandon Inge, who's on deck. He would bat for Kelly. Kelly, a left-handed batter. Inge, a righty. The 3-1. In tight, there's ball 4. So the potential go-ahead runners on board as Brandon Inge gets introduced here. Pinch hitting for Kelly, who ended up going 1 for 3.
Inge, you would think in this spot, got some pretty good power himself. You wouldn't think Jim Lee would have him up there bunting in this situation, that's for sure.
Not bunting. Pulling the trigger and coming up empty. No balls and 1 strike. .280 on the year for Inge. 8 runs batted in. An all-star last year for the Tigers. The 0-1 from Fuentes. He's fouled straight back. Miguel Cabrera getting a 3-2 fastball and depositing it over the left center field fence. Tied this ball game up at 3 apiece here in the 9th. 0-2. Breaking ball, got him looking. Down goes in, turns out number 1.
Solid sequence of pitches against Brandon Inge, coming off the bench against Fuentes. Curveball. At the knees and the inside part of the plate.
Another pinch hitter coming up for Jim Leland. Gerald Laird will pinch hit for Alex Avila. A catcher for catcher swap. Leaves 1 man left on the bench for Leland. That's Adam Everett. With the ejection now of Johnny Damon, the pinch hitters here in the 9th. Laird got the start last night, went 0 for 4, hit the ball hard. In his first 2 plate appearances, struck out the last 2. And he's a guy you've got to be careful with, too. He's got the ability to leave the ballpark. Guillen takes off for second. The pitch is down and in. The throw down. Not in time. Guillen had basically a running start from first base.
Not much of a chance at all for Napoli to be able to throw him out. Guest right against a left-handed pitcher in Fuentes. Gets underneath the tag.
First stolen base of the year for Guillen. Laird has a 1-0 count. Howie trying to keep Guillen close to the bag at second as Laird takes upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. 19 pitches so far thrown by Fuentes. 10 strikes, 9 balls. And the 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Angels have action going in their bullpen as Brian Stokes is up and loosening.
When you fall behind 2-0 against a great fastball hitter in Laird, you don't have to throw the fastball. You have an open base. That's why you saw that 2-0 changeup. Outside, ball 4. So first and second.
The double play back in order now. You've got Ramon Santiago, the speedy switch hitter, coming to the plate. Santiago, a contact guy, so even with the double play in order, doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to turn it, even though at least Santiago will be batting from the right side as opposed to the left.
He is quick, and the big thing right now, you just wanted for Fuentes is to be able to find that strike zone, get that first pitch over for a strike. Cut that fastball in. If you can jam Santiago, that's when you get the double play, get him to the longer to get out of the batter's box.
The other thing it does too, Gooby, is the fact that you limit what your outfielders can do, because you obviously don't want anything to get behind you and all of a sudden clear the bases and make this a 2-run deficit. But you know that Santiago is not a guy that's known for driving the ball. So you're trying to take away that little flare in front of you, but also trying to protect that extra base hit.
Exactly. Juan Rivera was playing shallow when he was batting left hand, now playing a little bit deeper. Bobby Abreu was coming in from the right field position.
First pitch. Fouled straight back. Good hack by Santiago, who tonight is 1 for 2. He has walked, stolen a base, and singled. They have decided to bring corner infielder, outfielders, I should say, in a little bit. The spin around move, they got it picked off. Just run them all the way back to second. It doesn't matter. There's out number 2. As Laird had taken second base, basically hung Guillen out to dry.
Well, what a job by the Angels infield there. Eric Ibar getting behind him. Jim Leyland cannot be happy in that scenario, being picked off in that spot. Well, that's just outstanding. Daylight play by Ibar. Good communication with Fuentes. Mike Butcher goes out there in between that when he went out to talk to him. So listen, might be able to get a pickoff there.
So Laird at second base, 2 outs. Laird has decent speed for a catcher. And he went around. No balls, 2 strikes. Pickoff caught stealing for Brian Fuentes, going to 1-6-5. Ahead of the count at 0-2. Santiago out to left field. Here comes Rivera. That's going to fall for a hit. Laird's being waved home. The throw is not in time. Tigers up 4-3.
Well, we talked about the outfielders going to have to play back a little bit more so, and then a flare right out in front.
Mike Scioscia's coming out. Brian Fuentes is out. First outing, coming off the disabled list. Blows the save. And will hand the ball off. He departs. The Angels down 4-3. 3 here in the ninth with 2 outs. Ramon Santiago getting that RBI single to put the Tigers out in front.
Boy, this was protected. Curveball in the dirt. Charged it very well. Just up the first base side of home plate. Allows him to get the hand in, slide it in head first. Well, there it does run very well for a catcher.
Go to first base. Diving back into Santiago, who picks up his first RBI of the year. Brian Stokes takes over for Brian Fuentes. 506 earned run average. Fastball is in for a strike. Brian hasn't pitched since the 15th of April in New York. In 1 inning, gave up a hit. The 0-1 is now 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the ninth inning, Morales, Rivera, Kendrick due up. We'll be facing Jose Valverde, the Tigers closer. On the outside corner, 1-2.
A nice slider by Stokes. Getting the outside corner.
There's a man they call Papa Grande, Jose Valverde. Formerly of the Astros, Diamondbacks. 1-2. Chop foul.
Good part of the order for the Angels to come up there in the bottom of the ninth. Kenny Morales, such good at bats. Even Howie Kendrick, last at bat, line drive, caught in center field.
Sizemore in this ball game is 1 for 3. Had a single in the 5th. Two runs in for Detroit here in the ninth inning to take a 4-3 lead. And down goes Sizemore. But the damage is done. Brian Fuentes gives up 2 runs. Miguel Cabrera tied things up with his leadoff home run. Then the RBI single by Santiago. Bottom of the ninth. Magic time here at the Big A. Halos down by 1. Things up in the ninth. Ramon Santiago put the Tigers up 4-3. Bottom of the ninth inning. Brandon Inge stays in the game and will play third base. Gerald Laird remains in the game. He was the pinch hitter for Alex Avila. He's behind the plate. The closer for the Tigers on now is Jose Valverde.
Already his 7th game of the season. 5 innings pitched. Got an overpowering fastball. 93 to 97 mile an hour as a slider and a split finger fastball. The one thing about Valverde, doesn't pitch inside real well, and he will have a tendency to elevate a fastball, which against Kendry Morales could be one swing tie ball game.
Kendry leading things off back in the first inning with 2 outs against Jeremy. Finally touched it for a 2-run home run. But that one goes up 2-0. But the Tigers came back much like they did in last night's game, started to chip away, and Don Kelly home run in the 5th, made it 3-1. RBI single by Carlos at the end of the 6th inning, made 3-2. And forced 2 runs in the 9th, and the Tigers up by the score of 4-3. Morales, Rivera, and Kendrick against Jose Valverde, signed in the offseason. Spending last season with the Houston Astros, putting up terrific numbers. He was 32 years of age out of the Dominican Republic. 25 saves last year for Houston. A proud owner of 44 saves, 47 saves in 08 and 07 respectively. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
Keep in mind, Valverde does have a great fastball, but he has a tendency to leave that fastball up in the strike zone. A dangerous spot for a fastball hitter like Kendry Morales.
Kendry 1 for 3 with that home run. That is in there for a strike. Valverde, as pointed out, signed in the offseason to a 2-year contract by Detroit. Take over its closing duties. The loss of Fernando Rodney. That was a shot foul into the seats. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jose always animated out on the mound.
There's some serious energy.
Switching the leagues after coming up with the Diamondbacks of Houston in the National League. And Morales went around in the breaking pitch. Laird will throw on to first. Goes out number 1.
Pretty nasty breaking ball here. Laird just coming off the bench, been trying to score the run, and was able to block that pitch in the dirt. First big out.
Brings up Juan Rivera. Oh for 3 with a strikeout. Actually struck out twice. 6th inning was also the first. A lot of off-speed stuff from Valverde thus far.
A split finger fastball. So the slider. Haven't seen that power fastball elevated yet.
Just 4 hits on the night for the Halos. The 4th coming in the 8th inning of the double by Torrey Hunter. Good hitters count now for 1 at 2 balls and no strikes. Tigers, on the other hand, 8 hits. Angels have stranded 4. Tigers have stranded 5. Miguel Cabrera picking up his 4th home run of the year to lead off that 9th inning off Brian Fuentes. Brian going 2/3 of an inning, striking out a man and walking 2 as well. 2-0 pitch. Pulled on the ground towards short. Santiago around it. Tosses on to first for out number 2. So the Angels down to the last out here. Jeopardy of having their 5-game winning streak snapped at the hands of the Tigers.
So a 2-0 slider on that spot. Build a fastball on that fastball count.
So here's Howie Kendrick. Hit the ball hard his last time up. Out to center field.
Another off-speed pitch.
See that split finger grip that he starts with. Brian Fuentes looking on. And the 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes.
With it again.
On the ground is short. Santiago comes up with a clean lead. A 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth, and the Tigers pick up the win in come from behind fashion. 2 runs in the 9th inning. They win it 4-3 the final, snapping the Angels' 5-game winning streak. The Halos fall back to 8-8 on the year, while the Tigers move to 8-7. We'll have more from the Big A when we return.